one of the players that you were able to go up against in your prime was Michael Jordan, and your defense is overlooked because most know you as a scoring idol because you know how to play defense. In fact, a lot of people credited you for your defense. I mean, did you ever get a chance to guard MJ?
Well, I guarded him a few minutes. I think his first year in the league, they started off playing him at a forward.
Hmm.
And I'm like 8 years old. I think his first year in the league was my seventh year in the league, I think. And he got in foul trouble trying to guard me. And so after that, they ended up playing him at guard, and he just took off.
All right. So, did you ever see him? Did you ever foresee him being this? I mean, being one of the greats.
Oh, I knew he was going to be a great player when after watching him in North Carolina, and once he got in the pros and got his legs under him, got his feet wet, he started getting better every year. And so, you know, one of the greatest of all time. I played in LA for 3 years, and we came close to getting to the championship, but we could never get there. And one of the problems was that we had two small forwards.
Hmm.
We had a kind of small team, except the big guys weren't better than Jamal Wilkes and myself.
Hmm.
So we started, and after my third year, they felt they needed to get to bigger players, so they signed Spencer Haywood. They traded Spencer Haywood for me, and that's when I went to Utah.
I just have to ask, how was it playing alongside Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Oh, Kareem was a great player, great guy. My locker room was next to his, and a lot of times these people talk about basketball, they just forget how great a player Kareem was, and up there, top one or two players in the NBA. Him, my favorite, him, Wilt Chamberlain. The younger generation, they don't never talk about the older generation, what they accomplished in basketball. I mean, Wilt Chamberlain, he broke so many rules, it was unbelievable.
Okay, since we talked about MJ, we talked about Kareem, I have to ask in your book, Sir Adrian, who is the greatest of all time? If you have one.
Well, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Michael Jordan, I mean, like, Wilt Chamberlain, you know, Bill Russell, Kareem, you know, those are the top. LeBron James is right up there. I mean, I was out the other day officiating a basketball game, and these other referees were about to officiate a game after me. They was talking about LeBron. LeBron can't do this and he can't do that. I looked at them like they was crazy. I said he's one of the top five basketball players of all time. But they were just what we call hating on him. I said this guy 40 years old is still producing. So, you know, in every generation, there's one of the greatest players of all time.
Okay, so it's a never-ending debate on who is the GOAT. I'm sure you're very aware of that. You read online. So I just had to ask you from one of the greats, who's the great in your book?
Well, it's tough to call. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, back you go Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell. Depends on what you're talking about. Wins, or you talking about individual stats, or can he play basketball? All those guys are right up there.
Looking at the players after you, did you see any player who reminds you of you when you were younger?
I don't really see any players that remind me of myself. I mean, Jimmy Butler in a way. I was good like 18 feet in, and he reminded me a little bit of the way I play a little bit.